So you can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down or even stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. And so if you would like to listen in a still position, just allow yourself to take all the time that you need to arrive there. And let yourself fidget, adjust, stretch, or move in whatever ways your body wants to move. Just doing your best to not think about these movements or worry about what it looks like at all, but just coming more fully into your sense of feeling and trusting your body's instinctual movements and what feels good in your bones and muscles and joints, becoming curious about what feels good in the bones, muscles, and joints, and following those yummy sensations that you might feel when you roll out the shoulders, the neck, the spine, maybe the hands, fingers, and wrists, maybe even reaching the arms overhead for a big morning stretch if that feels good. Just allowing yourself to be as big and as long as you are. And if what feels best in your body at any time is stillness, then honoring that need for stillness whenever that feels like what you need. And there's also no rush whatsoever. You can continue to move throughout this practice whenever you feel the need to. But at any point, if you haven't already, you can make your way to a still position if that's how you'd like to listen today. Just checking in that your spine is nice and straight in whatever position you've chosen. And if you're in a space where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow the eyes to gently close at any time if they aren't already. As you take a moment now to mark your arrival into your practice today and into your body today with a full, intentional cleansing breath, calling in fresh new air into the body as you slowly watch yourself fill up to every corner and edge of you. As you just hold that for a moment once you are full, to really sit and experience this sense of fullness in the body. And as you need to, slowly let all of that go. Again, slowly exhaling as you gently pull the navel toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to really push any last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause for a moment here to now experience this sense of emptiness in the body. And you can continue to breathe just like this, in this slow and exaggerated way, for as long as it feels good and helpful to you. Not worrying about the actual length of your inhales, exhales, and pauses on either side, but just allowing each of the 4 parts of your breath be exaggerated, whatever that means for you right now. So when you would naturally stop your inhale, just seeing if you can expand your back, expand your rib cage, your lungs a little bit more to take in one more moment's worth of air. And when you would naturally roll over to your exhale, seeing if you can hold off on that for one extra moment to stay and experience that fullness with a bit more intention. And then letting go as you need to, and truly deeply emptying yourself. And then again, staying in that emptiness for one extra moment than you might normally. And you can keep breathing in this slow, exaggerated way for as long as you'd like. Just communicating to our nervous system that right now is a time to slow down and to let go. And at any point, if you haven't already, you may release this guidance over your breath altogether. As you allow yourself to step back and up and into that role of the observer or the witness, into that perspective where you are now simply observing the fact that your body is breathing, rather than having any direct control or influence over the rhythm or depth of the breath. But remembering how our body does breathe all on its own, even when you're in a deep state of sleep. Your body breathes and functions perfectly to keep you alive without any of your direction or doing. So seeing if, even just for a moment, you can witness you being alive. Witness the force of nature that your body truly is. The force of nature that is your own beating heart. That is all of your organs working exactly as they should, good enough to keep you alive. Your lungs and your body breathing. Just reminding yourself of all of the little components of life that happen every single moment you are here and alive, even when you're in a deep state of sleep. The constant work that your body does do to keep you here and functioning in this body and in this life. And you can take a moment now to just bring your awareness to whatever part of your body is making contact with the surface that is beneath you. And allow yourself to exhale a little bit deeper into that surface. Fully release yourself into the surface that is beneath you and into the support of the earth that is beneath that surface. So allowing yourself to be heavy, to be big, and to be held. As you remember that when you let go and physically soften the body and soften the mind as well, everything is held exactly where it needs to be. Again, without any of your extra help or doing. Your body works hard for you. And with the comfort of gravity all around you, with the earth beneath you, you can rest easy, knowing that when you let go, even when you're sleeping, you do not float away and you are not crushed. But with the support of the earth and gravity, you are held in the perfect place, exactly where you need to be. And your skin is holding everything intact. This full-bodied hug that comes included in your own anatomy. So just taking a moment now to really remember the gift that this body is. Even if there is disease present within the body or any form of pain in the body, your body is functioning well enough to keep you alive and aware and able to hear the words I'm saying and feel and experience whatever it is you are feeling and experiencing. And that in itself is a gift, even when what we are experiencing is difficult or painful. Pain and suffering does not mean that we've done anything wrong to deserve that pain and suffering. It does not mean that we've really messed up and are being punished. It simply means that you are alive and that you are human and you are living the human experience, which will always contain the full range of human emotions and experiences. The fullest range that you will get. And so you can remember that the pain and suffering that you feel, while it is a part of life, it's not all of life. And when we are in the middle of suffering, it has a very successful way of tricking us that this is how it's always been and how it always will be. But we can remember the one truth that we all know in this life is that everything changes constantly. Whether we see those changes directly or not, on an anatomical level, everything is moving and changing. And so the only thing we know to be true is that everything will change, especially how we feel. And so if you are in pain and suffering, either physically or emotionally, right now, you can allow yourself to simply release that heavy layer of resistance to the suffering. All of those voices in the head that want to say, I don't want to feel this way, or I want to feel anything other than the way I'm feeling. The voices and urges that try to distract away from what is. Because all that does is create almost like a record scratch or a splitting between us and what we want, and us and our reality. But we are capable of holding both ideas within us, of making space and allowing ourselves to actually feel how we're feeling, pain and all, allowing yourself to cry or for any emotional release that needs to come when you do really feel what is here for you to feel. And at the same time, knowing it is temporary. And how you want to feel, those ideal versions of yourself, are already on their way to you. And you are already that person within you. And you can trust that just small daily actions mixed with patience will gradually get you closer to where you want to be. The small daily actions that better support your own health and well-being, that better spark your interests, your passions, your fascinations in life, the things that you feel drawn toward for no apparent reason. Those are places that we should all explore more in, play more in. Because all of us have different gifts, we have different purposes here. And there's nobody outside of you that will be able to tell you exactly what it is that is your purpose or your talents and life goals. These are things that we must figure out for ourselves through trial and error, through play, through exploration, through trusting and following your curiosities. And if there's something in your life right now that you feel so drawn toward that you don't even let yourself think about it, or you've totally written it off as a possibility because you think maybe everyone wants that, or that's the thing everyone wants to do, so I shouldn't do that. That can be a really, really helpful clue to us of what it is that our heart and soul actually wants to do. Because it will never be true that everyone wants to do one thing. And if you have that feeling about something, it's probably because that is what you deeply, truly want to do. And it can be scary to admit those things to ourselves. So we make excuses and ignore and distract, which is a part of the process as well. But when you get that spark of inspiration or that thought that kind of makes your heart beat harder and you feel really drawn and inspired to a particular thing, Just reminding yourself that it is safe to trust those instincts. Even if they lead you astray or have led you astray in the past. A lot of the times in life, wandering off of the path is a part of the path. And sometimes we really need to explore other things in order to find where it is that we really want to be. And other times, all we need to do is have some quiet time with ourselves when we are honest with ourselves. And say those things to ourselves that we've been afraid to say. And then start making small daily actions that better align with that future ideal version of yourself that you see yourself becoming. Because you are already on your way there. You can remember all the past versions of yourself as a comfort and as proof of that fact. All the past versions of yourself maybe could have only dreamed or never even would have dreamed of who you are right now, or of becoming who you are right now. And oftentimes the best things in life we can't even imagine. So just always leaving space for the magic surprises of life to come to us as well. So you can continue to just feel whatever it is that you're feeling and continue to soften your body into whatever it is that you are feeling. As you listen to the following words written by young Pueblo in his book called The Way Forward, and just allow anything at all that feels like it resonates with you to soak in a little deeper and not worrying about the rest. Let yourself disappoint people, especially if you need to take care of your mind, or because your intuition is telling you that what they want does not align with who you are becoming. Betraying yourself is not virtuous. Remember, no one can feel your heart better than you can. Focusing on a few fundamentals can create a massive change in your life. 1. Make your healing, personal transformation, and well-being top priorities. 2. Refrain from harming yourself or others. 3. Create mental space for gratitude. And 4. Be kind and generous to others. Shifting your focus to growth and inner evolution will not only decrease the tension in your mind, but also automatically change the way you relate to the ups and downs of life. The law of cause and effect is pervasive through this universe of mind and matter. Being generous in a balanced way does bring good results, but there is no telling when the fruit of your good actions will ripen. If you are dedicated to cultivating your inner peace, it is essential to understand that the kindness you give to others will fundamentally support your inner clarity and calm. Beware of taking things to an extreme. Many of us have the tendency to push ideas to the point where they make us act in an unbalanced manner and narrow our thinking. Allow room in your mind for nuanced views and different perspectives. Understand that the solutions that worked in one area may not work in another. Life is very situational, meaning every circumstance will have a different set of conditions that calls for unique approaches. One size does not fit all. Your middle path will not look like someone else's middle path. A good idea will remain good only if it is applied in a balanced way. Balance is one of the keys to living a good life. Stop thinking better things will come only when you act flawlessly. Get rid of strict time limits for accomplishing your goals. And say no when negativity tries to take your power. The ones who succeed are those who accept that the journey is long and who keep going even when things get hard. An eon's worth of sorrow, pain gathered through the ages, an ancient feeling of loss. The struggle has continued inside of you for long enough. The light of acceptance settles the agitation and opens the door to letting go. What you felt before will not always leave quietly. Sometimes the past will roar through your sensations as you cut the root of what you held for far too long. And finally, the future needs your determination. Say yes to the hard things that make you better. Diligently build the habits that set you free. Unapologetically create a life of your own design. Every moment of effort enhances your vibrancy and sets you up for a majestic existence. And the best days of your life can't happen without you there. Live with presence and live intentionally. You can just take the next few moments now to allow each and every word that you've heard today, each and every feeling that you felt today, to just settle. Almost as if each word and feeling was a little speck of glitter in a snow globe. And your body is that snow globe. And now is the time where we set you down, let the glitter settle, and let the air clear. And just trusting that anything at all that you heard today that really resonated with you or struck a chord with you in some way, just trusting that that feeling can sometimes come when we hear on the outside what a part of ourselves already knows to be true on the inside. And so you can just allow those truths to be enhanced within you, so that you feel a little bit more confidence to act on your own intuition, to trust your own instincts. And to never give that power away to anyone else. If you ever come across a person or people who try to convince you that they know you better than you know you, and it doesn't feel quite right, just trusting that you don't ever have to give that power away. That is your greatest power. And you can also reclaim that power at any time if you have given it away in the past. You know you, and it is impossible for anyone else to know your heart and your deepest wants and desires better than you. Nobody else is existing in your body, in your experience, with you. You have your own unique perception, your own unique history, ideas, the way you see the world, and what you have desires for, and what you want to share with the world is unique and special to you. And you also have your own personal connection to the source that all of life comes from, simply by being alive. You do not need anyone else to facilitate that connection between you and spirit, source, whatever it is that you believe in, or all of the things that you believe in. You have direct access to everything through your own heart and through your own body. And so again, you never have to give that power away. And you can reclaim it whenever you like. And so if it feels like something you'd like to do today, you can just let your hands find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. As you just feel this contact of your palms and fingertips to one another, and allow your heart to lift toward your thumbs as your thumbs press back toward your heart. As you tune in once again to this rhythm of your own beating heart, the steady background beat of your entire life. This constant reminder that you are connected to the source that lets our hearts beat. So you can take a final deep and full breath into the body, getting as full as you can to every corner and edge of you. And as you exhale, letting go of anything at all that you're ready to let go of, as you allow the head to gently bow. Just taking this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you, thank you, thank you.